For the past 6 years, ever since it first aired, the No Game No Life anime has never plummeted in popularity. Its popularity has only continued to grow, and even now thousands of anime fans are getting introduced to this anime each and every day, or every week, or month maybe. You get the idea. Now, out of all the tens of thousands of anime listed on my anime list, No Game No Life is the 10th most popular anime. This is even more commendable when you consider that No Game No Life is the only anime in this list that just has 12 episodes. That's right guys, it is the 10th most popular anime on a site like My Anime List, despite being only 12 episodes long. This kind of attention leads people to believe that the anime is overrated. Of course, there's a stupid amount of anime that should be getting the same amount of attention, but the thing is, No Game No Life getting this amount of attention is not wrong. It just shows what the current generation of anime fans want, and No Game No Life happens to be just that. I am not sure why they haven't made a sequel yet, considering how popular this anime is. I like to be positive when it comes to things like this, so I'm going to keep my fingers crossed. The light novel is still ongoing after all. Now before we get started, I just want you guys to take a second to like this video and subscribe if you're new here. It all helps, so thank you. With that said, let's talk about why you should watch No Game No Life. The plot of this anime may seem complicated at first, but it's not. It's a simple concept. There's a world where everything is decided through games, and in this world there are 16 races, with each race having their own race piece. Depending upon the nature of the race, their innate abilities vary. And the one race that is the weakest of them all is the race of humans, called humanity. All races live in their very own respective territories, but if they lose a game where one has wagered their land, they also lose the right to keep that land. It is an interesting concept, a world where war and politics have been replaced by games. And this is the reason why the human race tries its best to lay low. Until, of course, the two main characters, Sora and Shiro, come into the scene. One is a cunning guy who also happens to have a way with words, and the other is a mutant prodigy, especially when it comes to anything that requires calculations. Both of them are brother and sister, and both of them are geniuses in their own rights. They care deeply for each other, and they don't like it when they are not together. This may not seem like much, but their connection with each other is a major plot point. And they somehow end up in this world of games. I won't talk about how it happens, but these two end up becoming the leaders of humanity. Since they are both impossible to defeat when it comes to games, it was bound to happen. Now, there are two ways to look at this anime. It is either a strategical pursuit to the top that was ruined because of over-access of fan service, or it is an anime that never meant to be that serious. You see, regardless of the present situation of humans and their racial discrimination, this is not a very serious anime. It would have been, but the entrance of Sora and Shiro in this world changes all of that. It is almost like they are there to mock the system of this world, and that's almost exactly what they do. Still, when it comes to games, there's nobody who is as serious as them. They use each other's strengths and somehow always find a way to win. And it is somehow oddly satisfying. The characters aren't exactly that well explored, but that's okay, because this is just a fantasy anime. What matters here is that the side characters don't seem off. The interactions with humans who have lived in fear all of their lives, the interactions with other races, and the interactions with each other. All these things don't take up a majority of the screen time. This is why the pacing is neither too rushed nor too stagnant. In simple words, No Game No Life takes the most overused isekai cliches and still manages to add a unique touch to it all. There is no distinct line between right and wrong. Everything is decided by games. Of course, there are 10 rules that everyone must abide by, but as long as you don't get discovered, even cheating goes. Now, let's talk about the art and animation. No Game No Life has one of the most appealing visuals there are. It gives the anime both the fantasy and the modern touch. Even if you compare it with the most ongoing anime out there, you can see just how much the visuals of No Game No Life stand out. It is one of the major selling points of this anime. As for the animation, it is as smooth and clean as it could be. I mean, what else can we expect from Studio Madhouse? Fan service is also quite apparent, and sometimes excessive fan service can turn off the viewer, but it's not unbearable even if you dislike such shows. It just works well with the visuals, and unlike some other isekai anime, the fan service is not what keeps it going. It works well while it lasts, but then the anime quickly transitions back to its main premise. Also, did I mention that the dub of No Game No Life is actually good?
You'd never guess there's a tournament to find the next king by the looks of this place. It's like a ghost town. So what the hell language is that?
Not sure. It's written in Emanity. There used to be a time when Elkia was the largest of all the Emanity nations.
And what's Emanity?
That's the human race.
Oh, so us?
That's right, folks. If you're part of the small percentage that prefer their anime and dubbed, then this is the one for you. I know there aren't many anime with an actually good dub, but this one is very good. Now, to sum it all up, No Game No Life is not the epitome of fantasy anime. It was never meant to be. Otherwise, they would have already made the sequel. But, is it a good anime? Of course it is. It has pretty likable main characters, an intriguing setting, glorious visuals, and smooth animation. It is a symbol of what the current generation of anime fans want. Even I am not sure what I enjoyed about this anime, but the fact of the matter is I enjoyed it, very much so. And that's something I can't ignore. Now, I know many of you have already watched this anime, so what are your thoughts? Did you like it? Did you dislike it? Comment down in the comment section what you thought of No Game No Life. Also, before you guys go, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. It is a great way to earn some good karma from the universe. As always, thanks for tuning in. I'm the Bearded Saiyan. I'll see you guys next time.